Alright, yo, what is going on everybody? It's Rsps Central here today, again with another video, and today I'll be showcasing the top 5 biggest / most populated RuneScape private servers as of 2017. So at the number 5 spot, I couldn't really decide who to give this to, so I gave it to both Simplicity and Elkoi. They're both great servers, they're both very successful with around 200 to 300 players. I was scrolling through and viewing both of their sites, and they both seem professionally made with really nice graphics. Elkoi's missing some things within their site like high scores, but they're fairly new and I'm sure they're working on it. On the other hand, Simplicity's site seemed fully established and stable with everything, including vote and high scores, and it's overall a great environment. Both of these sites are very active with events and such going on all the time, and these guys definitely deserve placing. In game, on the other hand, I logged into both and they have about the same feel and some of the aspects are identical. Of course, the first thing I noticed within both servers was the player count and the amount of content they had to offer. They both have a steady 200 to 300 people online at all times, and that's crazy for a RuneScape private server. They are both professionally ran by active and helpful staff, and most of the players on both servers seem extremely nice and helpful. I will leave both their links down in the description. So coming in 4th place, we have a server known as Soulplay. Soulplay is an extremely big server with around 300 to 500 players online at all times. I've actually played this server and made a few videos on it, and it was overall a great time and a very fun server to play. The staff team and players are both extremely helpful and friendly, and the server is definitely professionally ran. Overall, when logging into the game, it gives off the same vibes as Elkoi and Simplicity, but that's just a personal preference. They have a lot of content to offer, and that's definitely an advantage while playing a RuneScape private server. They have this huge area called the market section, which involves hundreds of players selling cool items using the player-owned shop feature. Overall, it's a great server, and I definitely suggest you to check them out in the description below. Coming in at 3rd place, we have a server called Allura. Allura is an old school RuneScape based server, and they have a lot of cool features that you've never seen before in any other RuneScape private server. They're the first and only RuneScape private server to recreate raids, and that's a huge addition to their server. These raids involve hundreds of players attacking the same target, and it's definitely a lot of fun and very competitive within all the people. These guys opened their server in late 2016, and they currently have about 400 to 600 players online at all the time, and that's absolutely insane for a RuneScape private server. My first impression when logging into the server was of course the player base. There's a ton of players roaming within the home area, and that was definitely an eye catcher. The economy as well seemed pretty spread out, and that was another thing that caught my attention. Overall, this is a very professional and fun server with tons of cool features, and I'll leave their link down below in the description. Coming in at 2nd place is a server known as Runique. Runique is one of the biggest content-packed servers there is to date, including tons of unique features that no other RuneScape private server have. These guys released their server in late 2015 and have attained a player base of over 500 people. That is absolutely insane for a RuneScape private server, and I give big props to these guys for making it happen. The first thing I noticed when logging in was the endless amount of content they had to offer. I've never seen a server with as much content as these guys. There's a bunch of settings you can change and things you can do that are just ridiculous. I give a big shout out to the developers and players for turning the server into what it is today. You guys have done a great job, so keep it up. Their link will be down below, and I highly recommend you check them out. I promise you won't be disappointed. Okay, so coming in at 1st place is a server known as Rsps. If you're part of the RuneScape private server scene, then you more than likely know about this server. With over 600 players online at all times, this makes Rsps the biggest RuneScape private server as of 2017. Rsps is an old school RuneScape spawn PK server, which means you can log in, spawn your items, and just PK instantly. They also have an economy world, but it's nowhere near as popular as their PvP world, which has around 80 players, compared to the PvP world, which has around 600. The very first thing I noticed when logging in was the insane amount of players. If you're interested in just logging in and PKing, then Rsps is definitely the server for you. I don't really have much else to say about it except for the fact that it's the most populated server as of 2017, and for that you should check them out down below in the description. I put together a list of honorable mentions that couldn't make it in the top 5, so if you guys are interested in checking them out, they're all great, fun servers, but they're not the most populated, and that's what this video is based off of. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to leave a like and comment what you believe is the top 5 biggest and most populated servers of 2017. And here's a picture of all the servers side by side showing off their player counts and how big they all actually are.